What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from This Is Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with Corey Fusen from Pearl Sound Studio, Perrysburg, Ohio. How's it going, Corey?
Hey, doing well. How about you?
Doing great. Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So, when and how did you start recording bands?
It was about 2020. I just started to start getting into the recording aspect of music. I've been doing music for probably since I was 13. Um, I went to school for electrical engineering, and then after I got a job and stuff like that, and then COVID hit, and I was just kind of bored actually. But then I kind of caught the recording studio bug and started accumulating gear and reaching out to people, and yeah, it's been an adventure for sure.
That's really cool, dude. What would you say your favorite thing and your least favorite thing is about the whole recording process?
Uh, I think my favorite part is just having those magic moments of like something that you don't plan on happening, and then it happens, and then you capture it, and it becomes like a new, just a new some ear candy or something that wasn't intended. It just creates a real magical moment, and I live for that. Um, yeah. So someone makes a mistake, sometimes it turns into a beautiful thing. So.
Funny how
And
that
then
works.
yeah, then my worst, I think the hardest part is a lot of times I'm a little um sometimes I coddle people's feelings too much. So like if someone's having a rough day, then I'm kind of like a uh little I don't know, sometimes it gets hard when people aren't performing their best, and it kind of brings the mood down. But I always like to kind of keep encouraging people, keep them moving and grooving, and yeah. So
I can
just
imagine that
being a
being
positive
really
force.
tough.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you're on take 500, sometimes we have to stop and reassess what we're doing, and some people don't want to hear that, but it's all part of the yin and yang, the good and the bad of it. So
Yeah, no, you got my respect. You and the other, audio engineers out there. I mean, me personally, I think I would just be like, after like the first couple, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. I just, can't do this anymore. I would just like, lose my patience. I'll just be,
yeah,
losing my mind.
yeah. It definitely is a labor of love, and definitely takes a lot of patience, especially with bands, because like with electronic music, you can kind of quantize it, program it, all that type of thing. But when a rock band comes in, they want it to be natural, and they want to have like, they want to have that real feel to it. So it's achievable. It just takes time.
I'm a man. So, who would you say your biggest influences are?
Um, so so I started working at Pearl Sound a couple years ago. When I got in touch with the owner, Chuck Alkazian, I was kind of green and didn't really know what I was doing, but he's been a real big help in taking me under his wing and teaching me what he knows. And he's got and he's like a legend in the business. I think he's worked with like AFI, Soundgarden, Disturbed. He's worked with a lot of really cool acts. And he worked with Tom DeLonge, which is like one of my OG like um influences when I first started learning guitar and getting into music. So it's like I felt like I was amongst good company, and I wouldn't be steer he wouldn't steer me wrong when it came to learning stuff. So I've been working with him for a couple of years now, mostly assisting him, but now I'm kind of getting my own clients and bringing them to the studio and recording at my home studio here too as well. So
Just want to say that setup is really sick.
yeah, thanks.
I'm super jealous. Has he given you advice? What would you say is the best advice that he's given you?
um, I think the biggest advice, because I'm kind of a nerd, not gonna lie. So like I get really in the technical aspects of things, and I'm an engineer by trade, so I like to be organized and be precise and have um, be in control, I guess, of the process. But one of the biggest things that he's kind of imparted onto me is to kind of let that go and let the music happen. Um, For instance, like sometimes I get hung up on on the minutia of like, okay, does this chord sound right, or is this signal chain working right? Could it sound better or whatever? And then he just kind of stops me and goes, hey, I feel like how does it feel? Like if it feels good or if it sounds good, it is good. That's kind of like the old adage. Instead of because there's a lot of ways you can go down a rabbit hole, and at the end of the day you forget once you fall down that hole you kind of forget that you're making music. So that's kind of been one of my uh biggest things he's helped me with is, it's always about the song. It's not about the signal chain, it's not about the instrument, it's not even about the player, it's about the song. What's good for the song. That's been something that he's been pounding in my head since day one. And you know I think it shows in my progress of the bands that I've been working with, and some of the um, production work I've been doing as well.
That's really cool. Like I feel like with it being such a, big process, long process, that it's so easy to like just get caught up with different things that you just, you forget about the song, the product.
Yeah, it's not like a job where you go in and you accomplish something and you walk away and your day's done. You can wash your hands of it. It's like a long process, and you got to think of all the details. There's planning, but then you also have to leave room for, like I said, magic to happen. You can't plan everything. You just and it's it's very technical. It's very very engineering like, but at the same time, it's just like you just got to be in the moment with it. And that's something that I've struggled with because like I said, I thrive in an organized environment, but letting that go and just being in the moment and feeling everything and feeling out the room and making sure everyone's like feeling what we're doing.
Dude, that's amazing. So if you could record one big band, who would it be?
Oof. Well, I mean, it's probably a little biased, but I just got back from London, and I took my little cousin to go see Oasis. Well, actually, Oasis live in Wembley Stadium, and they we went to Abbey Road, and like I think that Oasis or like any 90s band really, rock band, like I feel like um I've a lot of my, self when I study bands, those are the bands I like to study, but like something like Oasis or like Blink-182, something like that, working with people that, that have really inspired me. And like I guess if I were to be in that, just be in the room where some of that magic happens would be like the best thing in the world for me.
That would be absolutely incredible. Like if I was able to like record like one of those bands, like I would just like, go absolutely nuts. Like 7-year-old Dave would just be like fanboying and just like going like absolutely crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope, man. So you're from Perrysburg, Ohio. How's the alternative music scene there? Do you have a favorite venue, a favorite local band?
Um, so Perrysburg is pretty close to like Toledo, so that's kind of the scene. So like a lot of cool bands that have come from the Toledo area is like Citizen is one of them. They're really big. Um, uh, Actually, my friend Evan Daniels, he gave me that, actually shameless plug here. He he's in a band outside who's actually starting to make music again, so that's really exciting for me. But like those types of shoegaze, like alternative rock bands, those are the ones that I'm excited to hear more from.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, it's really amazing to see like shoegaze coming back in full force. Like it was big in the 90s and then it, crashed out and now it's like coming back in full force.
Yeah, I think it's like we always see cycles of like clothing trends and all that type of stuff, and I think it's the same thing with music and culture. People people like what they like in the moment, but then they crave something different, and sometimes instead of going, sometimes you have to go back to go forward. So I feel like yeah, it's all a big cycle.
So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you as a person. I did this with the other bands and audio engineers and labels. Are you ready to roll?
Yeah.
All right, first one. Favorite TV show?
Oof. Um, what? So recently I've been watching the show The Chosen on Amazon Prime. It's kind of like a religious show, but it's just been kind of interesting to just to see a show about something that like you've heard about growing up and stuff like that. So it's that's probably my favorite show right now that I'm watching.
If you were stranded on a desert island, what three items would you want to have with you?
Oof. Definitely my guitar because I would definitely go insane without that. Um, Probably my PlayStation because I'm kind of a big gamer, and um, probably a knife because I'm a practical guy. I need something to help me survive.
Which game would you have with you?
Uh, Probably one of the Assassin's Creeds. I grew up on those.
That's classic. Good
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
So if you could be fluent in another language instantly, which one?
Oof. Um, I'd have to. Well, right now I'm working with a couple French artists, so I think I'd really like to learn French just to make the life easier. But yeah, French always sounds cool. I think the ladies like it too.
You parler français.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
yeah. Omelette du fromage. I think was something I heard at one point. I think it's like eggs or something, but who knows? I probably swore on here, but it's okay.
Hey, you're good. All good. So if you had $1 million and you could donate it to any charity, which one?
Um, Probably one of the the kids with cancer type stuff. I've had a couple friends and in the last couple years I've met whose kids have had that, and it's horrible. It's a horrible thing to happen to a family, and it's close to my heart, so want to do something like that with it.
That's awesome. I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
So last question, what are some places in Perrysburg that visitors should check out?
Um, I think the main like hub of like shops and restaurants is like it's called Levis Commons. It's an outside mall. I live like right across the street from it, so it's kind of where I take people that want to visit. There's like places like Poco Piatti, Biaggi's. Um, I'm a big movie guy. There's a movie theater there, so that's in Perrysburg. That's pretty much the place to go for sure.
So when I go out to Perrysburg, you can take me to the spots.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I can take you just about anywhere you want to go.
Sick. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, and the support means the world to me.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it.
So for the people that are gonna watch this interview later, where can they find you at?
Um, I I have my Instagram. I got Facebook. Probably should have that up, but yeah, just Corey Fuson on Facebook and Instagram. Um, and then also check out the Pearl Sound Studio webpage. Reach out to me. Any artists out there that want to record or take their stuff to the next level, I'm here for it. Bring it on.
Do what the man says. Go to the websites, check it out, hit him up. He's killing it. Corey, keep up the great work.
Yeah, we'll do. You too.
Really appreciate it. I hope you have a sick night, and we'll chat soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
Have a good one, brother.
You too.